So we kind of had like two missions on this Texas trip. You know, we wanted to catch a great big bass, and then we wanted to get a lot of film footage of catching bass in Texas, because this is Texas Insider Fishing Report, and it's very important that we try to make everything pertinent to the state. We drove all the way out to Snyder, Texas, after hooking up with my buddy here in Dallas, Larry Walker, who's been a great friend of mine and set up this whole trip for us.
What's your name again? Dave Ferrell. I'm Dave Ferrell. But we met in an airport where we both spent a lot of time, on our way to Columbia. Yeah, I was on a way to a fishing trip in Columbia, and as you were catching peacock bass, and I was going to fish offshore, and you walked up to me and said, "What's the biggest fish you ever caught?" And that's what I tell her. And then we hit it off and started talking, and I think I lied to you about the biggest fish I ever caught, and a lot lied to you. And then we kept in touch over time, and you kept asking me to come out here to Texas and catch some of these big bass. I see you, showing off all the time.
There's this one lake I wanted you to see, this J.D. Thomas Lake. Such an unusual circumstance. The lake's dirty, shallow, and it's down. Looks kind of like a mud hole. When you come up on it, it looks like a mud hole, and it's down 80%.
Right.
But what that's done is concentrate all the bait and the fish together. And if it weren't for live scope, I probably wouldn't go fishing there.
Right.
It's nothing that there's no really structure in the fish, but the guys that are experts in live scope have done very well.
Amazingly, right off the bat, within the first 30 minutes of fishing, Christian Gladefelter, our guide, spotted one on the live scope up on the surface, feeding. Larry made a perfect cast. The fish ate the jig just as soon as it hit the water.
Oh my God. That thing is a pig.
Let's trade places.
Come on, big girl. Yes, sir. Giant.
See that bad boy.
I mean, and look where she has that bait.
She inhaled it. Look at that.
She gone. Ooh, Larry.
Dave, you're up, son.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah, easy it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Christian, we wouldn't get the fish. You ready? Wow.
Yes.
That's a fatty.
Yes, sir.
Look at that, Dave. That's a nice fish.
Incredible.
Awesome.
Let's see what this puppy weighs.
And caught a 9.88, which was amazing,
I see it.
988.
I didn't think it was gonna be. It won't be in my 10-pound club. I'm still at 187.
It wasn't a 10-pounder, but close enough that, anytime you catch a 10-pound bass or one very close to it, it's a great day. And that's how we started the whole trip.
This lake is one of the only lakes in the world that has pure Florida hybrid necks. These fish are a hybrid. They're a northern strain crossed with a Florida. It gives them that real thick build, a real girthiness about the bass. And that's hard to find anywhere. I don't think there's a lake in the world that has an 80% or higher population, right, of pure Florida hybrids. And I feel like crossing them with a pure Florida strain could take that abnormality out of their jizz. Still, obviously, the Florida largemouth bass get biggest in the world. But what makes these bass here so special and why we have caught hundreds and hundreds of fish over 10 pounds is because they grow wide. They grow, instead of like in Florida will really grow long and then it'll fill in. These fish grow wide and I think that's what's really special over here.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, working with Toyota, has a program called Share a Lunker. I think it starts in January through March. Is that right, Christian?
Yes, sir. January 1st through March 31st.
And what happens if you catch a fish over 13 pounds, they will come and pick it up and take it to the hatchery and spawn it out. And those spawn, they put it back in the lake that you catch them. And it's kind of unique because the angler gets the fish back and you can return it back to the lake, and it's a great management. Texas, I'll have to brag, Texas has had the fantastic management program. It's really paid off.
Unfortunately, it's been really hot here in Texas, and after we caught that one, we fished until like 10 o'clock. I had one little bite. I'm not even sure if it was a bite. I might have hit the fish with the jig. I stood up on the bow of that boat, and we followed, probably 10 big bass over the course of 5 hours trying to get one of them to eat. And I don't know if it was the heat or they were just so full of all the bait that's in that lake. I couldn't get one to eat. We left there at 9 o'clock and we faced a 5-hour drive to Lake Bodark, which is way out on East Texas. You know, we went west and now we're going back east to near a little town called Bonham, Texas. You know, after we made that long drive all the way to Bonham, we met up with Jason Conn, who just so happens to hold the record for Lake Bodark, which is a brand new lake, by the way. It's only been open for 2.5 months. And Jason's already caught a fish a little bit over 10 pounds.
New lake opened up April 17th. Yeah, we were out here the first day it opened. Behind me here's the bridge. Okay, we put in right over 897 boat ramp. On the west side of that bridge is all the timber. They left all the timber for cover, for fishing, stuff like that. The east side of the bridge is where we're at now. It's all wide open. This is all, there's some good fishing spots, but it's also for recreation. People coming out boating, tubing, wakeboarding, stuff like that. But I've been spending most of my time down here on this side, just graphing and, finding these big schools of fish. And that's kind of what we're fishing right now. But they're going, before you know it, all in land over here is going to have homes and marina. There'll be all kinds of stuff out here.
So we met up with Jason, and he really came through for us, put us on a lot of fish early. I think we ended up catching 10 or 11 nice bass, nice little football Texas bass, just perfect for the kind of footage that we needed. I even got a bonus catfish on a lure, which you don't get up very often. Yeah, we always need catfish footage too. It turned out to be a great trip, you know. 600 miles of driving across Texas, 2 lakes, ticked off the both boxes, you know, the big giant fish, it was 9.88, and all the little fellas we caught at Bodark that filled in our needs for, you know, footage for the Texas Insider Fishing Report. Couldn't be happier. Just thanks to Larry and Christian and Jason for making this trip come together for us. If you guys like what you see, you know, please click and subscribe to our channel. You know, we could always use the help.